Hey guys, this is Ish. This is Tactical Solutions, and today we're going to do a quick review on Sonic King second scope that they put out. It just says Sonic King. I don't know if you would actually call their Sonic King 2 or whatever the case may be, but it's the second scope that they sent me. So a little backstory on Sonic King's scope that they sent me the first time was the very first one that they sent me. I'd done a review on it. I gave it a very good review considering the price of it. And it done a real good job. Now, it done such a good job that I actually used the scope as my scope to test my rifles that I make. So every scope or rifle that I send out, I claim that it's under 1 ammo before I send it out, which it is. I have to physically go out and do that to make sure of it because I don't have all this cool testing equipment and stuff like that. So anyways, I used that scope for a long time to actually do that. When I probably should have put it on 22LR that has a Simmons scope on it. I really wanted to put it on that gun, but what ended up happening was before I ever got to it, and like I said, I was using it as a test scope, somebody wanted that scope more than I did, so I ended up giving them the scope after I made them a rifle. So that's what happened to that scope, so I was real glad that they sent me another one. And what I've done with this scope is I'll show you this right here, is it's supposed to be an improvement over the last one that they had sent me. And basically, the scope is shorter and lighter, okay? It's still made out of the good material, but that's about the only thing that they've done. Now, I'm going to talk about the glass itself. When you're on 3, the glass is just as clear, if not clearer, than the last one. But where I think that, and this isn't a bad review I'm giving them, because there's no doubt about it that this scope is worth its money. And I'll tell you what, I put it on and I used it, sighted it in. But they didn't put a front or side parallax on this one. And that's how they were able to get it shorter. You know, it's supposed to be this whole, basically, no matter what the distance is. Well, what happens when you get past about 6 or 7, this thing is not as clear as the last one because it doesn't have a parallax. So to say that this scope is an improvement, yes, it is lighter and yes, it is shorter, but the glass maybe on 3 is better, but the glass past 6 or 7 because it doesn't have a parallax is not. And that's just a fact, and there's no getting away from it. I'm not giving it a bad review. I'm just saying, is it really that much an improvement over the last one? You can decide if you end up getting one, because if you have gotten one, the first one that they got, you know that it's well past worth the money. I think they're for $35-40 now. This one right here sells on Amazon for $45. This is definitely worth the price. There's no getting away from it. And I plan to use this, and I already have this one right here. I plan to use it for my test scope as well. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be my new test scope. And I'm glad that I ended up with this and they sent me another one. All right, I put this on a 223 already. It holds a good 0. It was a 223 or a 556 anyways that I was selling and made for a client. And it ended up holding under that 1 MOA that I needed it to. Done great. And unfortunately, they wanted a different scope, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, I want to keep this, but they kept the scope rings. They are 15 scope rings. So I got to get more scope rings for this thing to continue on testing with it. But you can see because of this whole matte black part right there, it never even scratched from that scope, the scope rings. I mean, it does it's made out of such good material. It's hard not to give it a good review. For around $45 on Amazon, you cannot beat this. There's no getting away from it. Like I said, 556 or smaller. I was testing the old one on 300 blackouts. Different 338 Spectra, different cartridges like that in AR-15, the stuff that I make before I send it out, even a 6.5 Creedmoor. And it done a great job. I hope that this one continues to do a good job as well. Like I said, is it an improvement? I don't know, but go check them out on Amazon if you're looking to get a cheap scope that actually is worth something, that can actually do what you want it to do. Yeah, I'm not saying this is the best scope in the world because it's not. But is it worth $45? It's worth $100 to me. That's how well. It's a 3 to 9 bin, and it has a 40 millimeter objective. It's got these scope covers right here. All right, they're actually good scope covers that stick to it, thank goodness. And like I said, it's got a regular duplex. If you look through there, crosshairs are under 1 MOA easy, especially at 9. And like I said, worth it. It does come with scope rings, but of course, if you have an AR-15, you're not going to be able to put it on an AR-15. It's for other types of rifles, and that's what's in the box with it. So go check them out. Definitely worth it. Sonic King, God, Family, Country, all in that order. Thanks for watching.